people like to party.
Yes, they do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I guess there you go. There are red bands on it. Normally the Mexicans are ready to work, not tonight. Okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Treasure man, is chillin.
The middle one put his horn up to his mouth when you did that in the playoffs.
Chillin. I'm not here.
That's Fernando Castillo.
There must
Am I
be
right?
some
Yeah. I had a 50-50 shot at that.
Don't be so sad. Don't be so sad. Don't be so sad. Don't be so sad.
That's okay. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I don't care about the data not being saved. Stop that shit. What the fuck? That's wild. What the fuck?
Discover official art on more. Shop now at displate.com. Protein packed for strength and recovery. Orgain. It's real nutrition for real life.
So it's rare that I do this, but I watched this video back with my wife, and she said that there are portions that sound like I'm being sympathetic to Diddy. I'm not, okay? Absolutely, 100% I am not. I think Diddy probably killed Kim Porter. I would say he did, actually. I would say if I had to bet, he killed Kim Porter. I think he beat women. He's done nothing but hurt people his entire career. The guy is a bad person. He's the devil. I believe Keefy D about the $1 million that he was supposed to pay him for the Tupac hit. And I'm going to do a video later about why he did not get indicted for the Tupac murder and why that is a bad sign for him. He is exactly where he should be. The portion that might sound to someone where if you didn't hear this prerequisite, where it sounds like I'm being sympathetic, is I'm reading the indictment itself in the racketeering portion, which is only one portion, and kind of going, is what they're describing a crime? Like, I don't understand, you know? So if it sounds like I'm trying to be like, let Diddy out of jail, I'm not. Diddy should never get out of jail, okay? That guy. He's exactly where he belongs. The guy thought he ran the world, and now this is what karma looks like. Oh my God, dude. Diddy is so sad right now because guess who got denied bail? Diddy did. And if you haven't heard the details of this entire situation, and I'm not just talking about what I talked about in my original video about this, because there's a lot more details that have come out. This video right here that Chronicle Speaks put out is covering a lot of the indictment in a lot of detail, and also I just learned what Diddy proposed to the court in order to say, like, look, man, I promise I'm not going to run. Because at the end of the day, for the most part, the reason that someone is kept inside before they've been convicted, it's like, because, you know the whole innocent until proven guilty thing, that is a real thing that we should all be concerned about. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be able to just keep people in jail for no reason if they haven't been convicted. But in Diddy's case, he's a flight risk, right? But he made, in my opinion, the offer that he made to the court for why he should be given bail was, I mean, pretty reasonable, to be honest. And I'll go over that in a second. But here's the thing for Diddy that I did not know about. He had already engaged in intimidating witnesses, and the court knows about it, and they laid it out in plain, like, here you go, dude. Like, hey, so here's what happened here, and now this is what happened. And it's like, well, that doesn't look good, does it? You know. So he is not getting bail, and we're going to talk about what that means. And I mean, listen, dude, this guy, it's hard for me not to feel for him, dude. I mean, I do and I don't. It's like, here's like the process that I go through is I think about Diddy's life, and then I think about the like sword of Damocles that's been holding, like, or, you know, hanging over his head this entire time, and now it's actually fallen. You know, he knew it was coming. I just can't even imagine the paralyzing terror that I would be going through in his situation, because especially because in addition to the whole thing of losing his freedom, he's a full-blown drug addict. There's absolutely no question about that. And so, the opioids and like, it's not just that you're going to lose your freedom, but he's also going to go through paralyzing withdrawal at some point. You know, you have to get. If he has a brain, he would have known I have to get sober, because if I don't, I'm going to go to jail, and then I'm going to go through withdrawal in prison. Now, there is a high probability if if he's playing it fast and loose, that maybe he did not do that, and he was thinking he was probably going to be given bail. It's like, you know, in his drug addict mind, he's okay. I just need to suck it up through 24 hours, like, because they'll arrest me, then they'll arraign me the next day, and then I'll be given bail 24 hours, and that'll be tough, but it won't get really bad yet, you know, if he knows anything about how that process goes. But now he's been denied bail, so there's a high probability that right this second, Diddy is going through horrendous, absolutely mind-bending withdrawal right now, at the same time as it's starting to dawn on him that he is never getting out of this. You know, he's facing life in prison. So yeah, let's jump into this thing, and I guess, you know, I might have skipped the part where they talked about what the bail is, but like, so here's what Diddy proposed. Diddy proposed putting up his $48 million mansion for bail, and he had just paid off. So he owed $18 million on a $48 million property. He paid that off, so there's no mortgage. He said he'll put up a $48 million mansion. He is in the process of selling his plane, and he said that I think that was going to go towards cash, or maybe he was just saying that he won't flee. And then he also put up his mom's home for bail. And then he also gave up his passport, his kids' all his kids' passports, his mom's passport. Like, he's like, I will give you everything to make sure that I am able to get bail before, between now and trial. So he probably thought he was going to get bail, and he's not. And that has to be, I can't even imagine what he's going through right now, you know. But then I start to remember, it's like, hey, what's he doing there again? Like, what did he do? And because part of me thinks about this, and when you hear about the indictment, actually, let's just go through that. Actually, let's go through the indictment, and then we'll talk about, you know, kind of my mixed emotions on some of it. Now, given that we just talked about horrifying withdrawal, one thing that helped me a lot with that is Kratom. I'm not going to talk any more about it because I never do. But if you are a Kratom user and you know what I'm talking about, Yo Kratom is the best source of Kratom on the internet, and that is a great place for you to look because they do $60 kilograms, and that is about 5 times cheaper than what you are paying if you're getting it at a local store, and it'll get to you every single time in 2 days. I appreciate them. They're a long-term sponsor, and you should check them out. All right, so real quick, let's listen to what Diddy's attorney's letter said, where he was trying to pitch the judge on giving him bail, and we'll comment here.
Client has been cooperating with you. We've been known that y'all were getting ready to indict him. He's moved to New York to make sure that... They said it just like that in the letter. We've been knowing that you're going to set up the indictment. That's exactly how he wrote it in the letter, which is kind of weird, you know, like, I don't know. And I've been knowing that you're about to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it on your social medias to help your boy out, and also comment and tell me what you think about Diddy, and tell me whether or not you think that he is going through withdrawal in prison right now, because he probably is.
Right now, we'll upgrade one medium 2-topping pizza to a large for free when you order Domino's $6.99 mix and match deal online.
Use Hydro Boost Water Cream 9 times the hydration for replenished, dewy, glowy skin. Grab at your nearest store today.
This whole town, there's something wrong with it.
Train station.
Our California dream is turning into a homeless nightmare for too many. And millions more are asking, where will I live? Rent control is an American tradition for over 100...
Were easier, he even stated that he will come in and turn himself in. He's trying to sell his airplane. He's willing to sell his mama's house. Diddy, every one of his daughters, and his mother have all given up their passports. Diddy is not ready to see the inside of that jail again. He is like, let me out, and it's up to the judge to decide if he will do that.
I wonder how delusional all the people around him are right now, you know? Because, like, Diddy has always, anything Diddy's ever said, he's been able to come through. And you know, like, the level of denial you would have to be in if you're him is staggering. And so he's got to be telling them, like, oh, I'm going to beat this case. Like, don't you worry, I'm going to beat this case. And they're like, you know, Sean, he always beats the case. It's like, they probably are saying that. And there's got to be a few of them that are like, I don't think he's going to beat this case. And you're like, yeah, you're right. The feds have a 97% like conviction rate, dude.
Well, breaking news, everybody. The judge said, The judge sent him right back to jail without bond. As promised, Diddy's indictment has been unsealed. Let's go ahead and read count 1. Racketeering conspiracy. We already know about the RICO charges. The grand jury charges. Overview. For decades, Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, PD, and Love, the defendant abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. To do so, Combs relied on the employees, resources, and influence of the multifaceted empire he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates...
Hang on, before we even get into, like, she's about to read these off where, you know, forced labor, kidnapping, like, this is what I was talking about. I just want to say that I personally, like, when it comes to these, like, sex parties or whatever, you know, it's like, oh, he was, you know, he's fulfilling his sexual desires, and people were coming and they were all having sex, you know.